Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to Total Motorcycle Web's YouTube channel for other videos and information. Also check out our main site for more reviews, motorcycle buying guides, miles per gallon guides, the forums where you can ask technical questions about bikes, anything else you can imagine. It's all there on TMW. We've got your back. Eric Leaverton here with Total Motorcycle Web, the largest motorcycling website in North America. We're here today to talk about a product that we have been putting through its paces and let you know, as the viewer, whether or not it would be a good investment. Today we're talking about this little guy right here, the Ciro 3D Premium Phone Mount. Now, the first thing we want to talk about, anytime we're talking about products we in the motorcycle community are going to be using, is an issue of relevance. Do you even need a cell phone mount? Now, I've talked to other riders, I've taken surveys, I've watched other riders. One thing that we know for sure is that people are using cell phone mounts. They absolutely are. So as a rider, you're probably considering or looking at a product like this right now. This might be a good time to mention this. I didn't take my bike out and wash it and clean it and get it all polished up for this video. I'm not here to showcase a product, I'm here to review it. I'm here to tell you if it works, how well it works, and whether or not we enjoyed using it. So I left my bike dirty. I've ridden 800 miles or more with the Ciro 3D mount. As you can see, close up of the bug guts back there, I am using the product. I didn't just bolt it on and ride out here to talk about it. I've had it running for a while. So let's talk about some of the features of the Ciro. The first thing I want to say is that this is a very robust unit. It's made of good quality, thick plastic and rubber. It is it's just made of good, strong materials. This is all CNC machine billet aluminum. And the back of it here, you see it's got a hex bolt. And then let me just take this apart to show you what it looks like. So this locking collar unscrews, it comes off, and then the whole unit, let's unplug it first, pops off of here. It's got this ball mount here to provide a, they call it infinite adjustment. It isn't exactly infinite, but that's what they call it. One thing to note too is that Ciro offers a whole line of other accessories, coffee cup holders, that's the only one I can think of right now. They all connect to this type of connection too. So once you've got this on your bike, if you decide you want to try out one of their other accessories, you can get one of those. Or if you already have one of their other accessories, you can get one of these. And it will attach to whatever you're using now. In addition to the mirror stock, they also offer a traditional bar mount like you're used to. And they have a fairing mount that appears to be more of a clip. It was the mirror stock that we decided to check out for this review because it seemed to be the best application for this bike. So that's what we're using. So again, you saw me just snap that right back on, bring that locking collar up, and of course you can adjust it around. It has a fairly wide range of motion, but I wouldn't call it infinite. Screw that collar down and it locks in good and tight. So that's how to adjust your mounting angle. And we'll talk about how to adjust it for your phone. So this is a screw mount right here. We'll run it all the way in. So it adjusts down to that small, and then this is a cam lock. Once you have it adjusted, so you adjust it to where your phone will just fit in there. And then once it's in, snap that down. And you can see that with the right angle here, it provides pressure on the back of that, so it's a cam lock, locks it in place like that. And as you can see, it has quite a wide range of adjustment. I think that's about as far as we can go with it. So we're going to run that back in. get my phone out. If you don't have one of these, you need to get one of these. My phone out, slide it in here. So you want to adjust it just until it's snug. And then once you have it there, see, I can pull my phone up and out. One more. So I can easily slide my phone in and out of the mount. Get it adjusted to there. Put it in. Lock that cam down, and it's not going anywhere. Good strong mount. And then of course we plug back in the electrical. I used to have it mounted down lower. I had it mounted here on the stock. That was a little low. So I did move it up, and I feel like that helps a lot with the visibility. I tried to illustrate that with this clip here.
So I don't anticipate that this video quality will be very good. It's bound to be bumpy and shaky and jerky. But I did want to point out, using this particular functionality of the Ciro 3D Premium phone mount, just how high up this mount allows you to position your phone. A lot of phone mounts that you can find on the market are either all the way down at the steering head, or they're on the bar, which is still down low. You have to take your eyes off of the road to see what's going on your phone. This particular camera, though, with its mirror stock mount and situated the way I have it, allows me to bring the phone all the way up, almost, actually even higher than my rear view mirrors. So you can sort of see in the video here that, I mean, the camera is just a little bit below chin level right now. And let me show you what it looks like. Let's say you were using some other popular mount that's attached to your steering head down on the triple tree. If you were using one of those, you'd be like this. Here's looking there, straight down. You can't see anything. I'm looking at the phone, I'm looking at the road. I'm looking at the phone, looking at the road. And you can see my eyes. So that is one of the benefits for the Ciro phone mount. Used with this particular mounting accessory, the mirror stock mount, it allows you to bring that camera or that phone all the way up to where you can see it. I feel like that's a big deal.
As you can see in that clip, moving it up a little higher and getting it up more into my sight line helped a lot. When asking the question of what riders may or may not be using their cell phones for, the thing that comes to mind most readily is GPS navigation. Now, on top of GPS navigation, we're also looking at streaming. Streaming audio, streaming podcasts, streaming talk radio, whatever it is that you like to listen to in your headset, having your cell phone available to do that is convenient. Because we feel like riders are going to be doing that sort of thing with their cell phones, the issue of being able to charge on the fly is extremely relevant. When you start looking for cell phone mounts that have chargers built in, your options go down drastically. They don't make a lot of them. One of the things that we thought was particularly important when we were looking at the different options and varieties available for cell phone mounts with charging is the issue of company reliability. Here's the truth. We didn't intend to just do a review of one cell phone mount. I wanted to do a comparison. I wanted to get 3 or 4 of these things together, try them all out over the span of a few weeks, and see which one really delivered and was the best product for your money. But all the other companies that we tried to contact to get a hold of them that make a cell phone mount with onboard charging, we couldn't contact the company. There were no contact numbers, there were no addresses, there were no email addresses. So when it came time to actually contact a company and ask them, hey, would you be interested in having a review done on your product by Total Motorcycle Web? Ciro 3D were the only people that replied. In fact, they were the only people we could get a hold of at all. On that note, Ciro 3D has been great to work with. They've been available immediately and regularly to answer questions about the product when we've had them, and they've just been a pleasure to work with. So
their logo is the coolest.
Right off the bat, you have a company that you'll be able to get in touch with. So know that Ciro 3D will be there. So that's a thumbs up. That's an advantage to this product. No, I covered that in my one video. Never mind, we don't need to talk about that now. It's in my other clip. So the power dongle connects here on the underside of the unit. I've got the wire routed along my handlebars with the rest of my wiring harness. It goes down underneath my steering head, back behind my tank, and under my seat. Where I have installed an aftermarket accessory fuse box. The Ciro unit is attached right here. That's where the power is connected, and then it's grounded back here with my ground bus. Now the unit did come with an inline fuse holder and finished wires so that you could attach it to some other circuit if you wanted to. Like most other motorcycle accessories, they recommend wiring it into your license plate illumination light. And that would have worked fine. I just happened to have the aftermarket accessory fuse block installed on this bike because we test a lot of electronic products on it. That is one of the things that the Ciro 3D falls a little short on. This is a 1.3 amp charger. It's a little underpowered for if you're running GPS with a bright screen in daylight and you're also streaming audio. It was not able to keep up with the draw on the phone. It's relevant to mention that this phone is fairly new and uses the Android operating system. It's not an old battery or a weak battery, and it does just fine on other chargers. It's just this 1.3 amp that can't quite keep up with the draw when I'm using full GPS navigation, streaming audio with a bright screen so I can see it in the daylight. So that's something to take into consideration. To be fair, most of the other chargers that I looked at were also 1.3 amp. I didn't see very many 2 amp chargers in this application. Now, of course, there's the elephant in the room that we have to address. Is it safe to use a cell phone while you're riding your motorcycle? The answer, of course, is no. It is not safe to use a cell phone while you're riding a motorcycle. You don't need to be sending text messages or trying to decide where you want to go for dinner or searching out all the rest of that sort of stuff. You don't want to be doing that on your cell phone. So obviously that's not safe to do. But can it improve or enhance your safety as a rider to have your cell phone visible? Yes. Yes, it absolutely can, and I'll tell you why. I'd like to illustrate this point with a couple of clips that we made earlier. This first clip here coming up is me and my wife riding through downtown Salt Lake City traffic during not even rush hour. It was just happened to be a particularly busy day, using nothing but audio prompts through our headsets for GPS. So no cell phone visible, just audio prompts. So let's take a look at that clip right now. So as you can see from that clip, when you're riding around just listening to your audio prompts for your GPS navigation, it can be very difficult to be in the lane you need to be in time. Especially if you so happen to have twitchy Bluetooth, where if you happen to be streaming music or something like that, it has to pause or fade out and you miss the first part of the GPS notification. Someone's having fun. So it can be very difficult to navigate traffic using just your audio prompts, and it leaves you in an exposed position. It's dangerous, absolutely dangerous, to try to find a gap in traffic and to not know when your next turn is coming up. So for comparison, let's take a look at this next clip. Now this is again my wife and I out riding together. We do that a lot. And in this clip, we're riding through downtown Provo, Utah. There was quite a bit of traffic on that day, and to make matters worse, one of the main roads through the center of Provo was closed down for a street fair. So we had to navigate on the fly. You'll be able to hear the GPS prompts coming in through my headset, and you'll be able to hear how they're truncated. You don't hear the start of it, but I was already in the lane I needed to be in because I had the cell phone up where I could see it showing me my route. So let's take a look at that clip now.
West Street, South Street and Boulevard. Center Street.
So as you can see from that clip, having my cell phone up where I was able to see it, watching my GPS navigation, made things a lot safer on that particular road. And as you can see from that final frame of the clip, man, there was a lot of traffic that day. So knowing what lane I needed to be in and knowing as the turns approached, that was a big deal. So to answer the question, if you're the sort of rider that can't leave your cell phone alone, if you have to respond to text messages, you have to check out that newest recipe on Facebook, or you have to find out what comment your ex-wife made on your vacation photos, then this product and any other is not the product for you. But if you are capable of using your cell phone as an information center to keep you informed and alert while you're on the road, then it is a safe thing to have. And we just cut that in. You watch me do it. It's freaking awesome. So overall, what are our conclusions about the Ciro 3D premium cell phone mount? It's a very well-made unit, made of high-quality materials. It is an attractive unit. It looks very good there. It's not sketchy at all. It provides a good, secure base to keep your cell phone mounted while you're riding so that you can see the things that you need to see and ignore the things that you need to ignore. It is a little pricey. This Ciro mount, with this mounting application and the charging built in, runs about 85 to 90 bucks. We'll have the exact price in the text version of this review back on Total Motorcycle's website. Despite being a little pricey, you do get what you pay for, and as said earlier, this is a very well-made unit. It gives you a lot of options that other ones don't have. It's much more attractive, and I feel like it's a much more secure one than some of those rickety, sketchy ones. My only complaint, and it's a big one, is that anemic charging. The 1.3 amp charger just does not do the job for what I need it to do. For those reasons, Total Motorcycle Web rates the Ciro 3D premium cell phone mount at 4 out of 5 stars. Good job, Ciro, and thanks for giving us the opportunity to review your product. How's that?
Perfect.
Yeah?
Yep.
Shut that thing the off and let's go home, Christmas.